What's poppin', guys? Back again with another video. So now today, we're doing a Christmas review, but today I'm going to be reviewing Home Alone. Now this is by far my favorite Christmas movie ever. Like, always been my favorite. Like Macaulay Culkin, who is Kevin McAllister, and we have Joe Pesci as Harry, and I forgot who played Marv, but anyhow, awesome movie. Really love it. So basically, I'm thinking about doing kind of like now I know YouTube has like a lot of videos talking about how these traps would work, but I don't think everybody has truly talked about all of them. So which means today I'm going to talk about what would actually happen in real life if Kevin actually set up those traps for the bandits. Okay, so let's go with the first how about we just do now let's just start with the first trap, which is the water stairs. Now for Kevin's first trick, he dosses his stairs in water, and when the bandits finally show up, the water freezes, which means they cause Harry and Marv to slip. Okay, so now that okay, let me think. Sorry guys, I kind of lost my train of thought. Okay, so Harry first slips off of the stairs once, where he just falls on his back. Now, it wouldn't really actually kill you, it would just give you more of a back injury. Now, it depends on, like, if the spine broke, then yes, you would die. But if it only kind of, like, all he did was just fall down, your back would hurt like hell, but you'd still be okay. Now, Marv, on the other hand, he goes downstairs and he slips on the icy stairs when he's going downstairs, and he goes and then falls to the ground. And then we see him pick himself back up with the crowbar. Now you see, this is why I can't watch action movies anymore, because you just don't get up from a fall like that. Like, you just don't get up from a fall. Like, imagine I just slipped downstairs and then I just fall down. Imagine me getting back up. That makes no sense. And let's talk about what everything would happen. So Marv uses his crowbar to douse himself back up, but then he slips and falls, and then the crowbar falls on his head. Now with the force of the crowbar, your skull would definitely be crushed, and you'd be dead. Okay. And now, let's talk about the second attempt. So Harry tries to go up the stairs again, but then slips, then does a backflip, and then lands on his neck. Now with the counter force of him slipping and falling on his neck would break, which means he would be dead. So, yes, okay. And now, let's talk about the other trap. Now, Marv, basically, So then Marv finally gets into the house, and then he notices a little light switch. And so he tries to, like, turn it on, but then an iron falls on his face. Now, what would happen is that you'd be dead. Like, the iron would just fall, and then once it, like, whacks you in the head, you're just lights out. You're no more. You ain't not getting back up. Your face would be burnt, funny, and you probably wouldn't even be alive. You'd be dead. Plus, I highly doubt the thing would even, like, fall on your face. It would just, like, and then die. And the funny thing about this trap is, you would think that Marv would have enough sense to get out of the way, but no. Okay, so now so then Harry finally gets up the stairs, and then it doesn't even notice the little doorknob. And then where Kevin has put a barbecue iron on the door, and then it heats up. And this is by far my favorite trap, where Harry puts his hand on the doorknob and burns his hand, and then he sticks it in the snow to cool it down. Now, what would happen is that you would have, like, third-degree burns, like, it would be blistering. You'd have third-degree burns, and then and I highly doubt sticking it in the snow would make it worse. It would make it worse, and you probably wouldn't even get back up. You'd probably just you'd have to go to the hospital. Okay, so next, and then then Marv is walking up the stair that's covered in tar, where he loses his shoes and socks, and then steps on a nail. Now he doesn't stick it in all the way, but if he did, that he would. But if that did happen, he would probably stick it, and it would probably like cut his foot open. And now he wouldn't die, but well, maybe he would because of blood loss, but he wouldn't die, but he would probably need to go to the hospital. Okay, so Harry decides to do the other door, and so then he opens the door, and then his head gets set. Then he gets his head on. Then, okay. Okay, so Harry first checks the doorknob to see if it's not burning, and then so he opens up the door, and then his head gets caught on fire by a blowtorch. Then he sticks it in his head. Now, basically, you wouldn't be alive. Like the head would burn through the tissue and skull, and you would be blistering and stuff, and you would basically be dead. Your whole face would be set on fire, and yeah, you're not coming back for the sequel. Yeah, you would be dead. Okay, so then the next trap that Marv does, he slips. Okay, wouldn't kill. Okay, let's just move on to the next trap. So then Harry just decides to go rush through the door, and then he gets his face caught in some glue that's cut on by tape, and then rips it off, and then he trips the wire, and then the fan turns on, and then a bunch of feathers just fly right on him. Now it won't. Now this is probably this is basically the only trap that's not death threatening. This is the only. Now you wouldn't die. You just look dumb as shit. You just look fucking stupid. Okay. So yes. And then Marv tries to go in through the window, and then remember from the tar trap he doesn't have his shoes anymore. And then steps on a bunch of Christmas ornaments. Now this is my second favorite trap. Oh, and the blowtorch is my dad's favorite. But yeah, so basically, he steps on a bunch of Christmas ornaments. Now, basically what would happen, your feet would be bleeding. Yeah, your feet would be bleeding. Like, you would... And, there'll be, a bunch of glass just stuck into you. And so, basically, you would have to go to the hospital. Okay, so in the next trap, Kevin knows they're in the house, and obviously Kevin's not scared because of all the traps he's got. So he said, "Come, I'm up here, you morons! Come and get me!" And so then Harry and Marv try to run after the kid, but then slip on a bunch of toy cars, and then lands. And then slips on a bunch of toy cars. Now again, like with the stairs, you wouldn't be dead. You would just have a back injury, But now if your spine broke, then you'd probably be dead. So yeah, and then they decide to go up the stairs, but Kevin first starts throwing some paint cans that hits Marv in the face, then hits Harry in the face. And Harry even lost his gold tooth. But then, if that actually happened, then your neck, it would have your neck go back, and your neck would break, and then you would be dead. So, and then, and same with Harry. So, and then they try to go back up the stairs, and then first Harry slips on some kind of string, which wouldn't kill you. You would just get a back injury, or you're okay. I've said that 3 times now. And then Marv grabs a hold of Kevin, and then his brother Buzz, his tarantula, comes to the rescue, and then he puts it on Marv's face, and we can all remember his funny scream. Ah! Okay, so anyhow, then Marv gets freaked out and throws the spider on Harry. And then Marv tries to picks up his crowbar, and then tells Harry to not move, and then whacks the crowbar onto his chest. Now, this isn't really a trap, but I just feel like I should talk about this. Now in real life, if a crowbar whacks you right on the chest, then your ribs would break, and it would puncture your lungs and heart, and you'd be dead. And so yeah. And so then they just run back up, and then they try to climb the little rope, but then Kevin picks up like a pair of like tweezers, and then like snips the rope, and then they go swinging it, and then lands on a building. Now, if that actually happened, I think every bone in your body would be broken, and you'd be dead. So then they finally outsmart him, and then the guy, the creepy old man, comes from behind him, whacks Marv in the back of the head with the shovel, and then whacks Harry in the back of the head with the shovel. And the fun. Now, I don't think that would actually. Oh wait, yes, it would. It would crush your skull. So yeah, they would be dead. Basically, in the end, Harry and Marv are just now a bunch of corpse. But I still think how it's funny. Like they took it so many hits to the head, and then a shovel just knocks them out. So yeah. So yeah, guys, that was me telling you what would actually happen if all those traps happened in real life. Was it funny? Was it entertaining? Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And please help me reach 100 subscribers. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Home Alone is the best. Okay, well, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. And a Happy New Year.